deal is we're back. A week vacation, which was well earned, gotta say. Welcome to Back to the Classics, the cinematic movie podcast that takes you back to the iconic films of 20 years ago. I am your guy, Jay Alonzo. Welcome back. I missed y'all. I honestly missed y'all. I was going to do a whole nother show, but I figured, with How to Be a Player coming out kind of late that Monday, and I kind of deserved a chill session. I figured y'all could sit with that for a little bit. But I am back with a whole nother one that you guys are going to enjoy. And I can only do it with a very special guest of mine. I've been trying to get this brother on this show for the longest time, but he be busy. But we made it happen. He's finally here. Y'all make some noise for Las Vegas DJ, personality, creative genius. The man is putting his mark on all that shit. Make some noise for my guy, DJ Omeezy. What's up, bro?
What's good?
You finally made it, man.
Finally, man. We've been talking about this for months.
I feel like when we finally had locked in on a movie, I was like, cool. So I figured, August, but this was like April.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I figured we had time to gear up to it, but at the same time, I was like, well, fuck it, he's here. Whatever, we got it done. So, so first of all, for those who don't know, I've known Omeezy since way back.
Man.
We're talking
like 10 years.
10 years ago. Yeah. And so when I had left Vegas, not so long after high school, maybe a year or two after high school, I went back home to LA. And when I left LA, or when I left Vegas, Omeezy wasn't Omeezy who he is now. All right, he was part of the party cruise we were doing back then, and him and his crew, shout out to Circle Up, had one of the flyest shits going on at that time. Some of the baddest girlies, you know what I mean, and they already had a poppin' name for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So then I come back to Las Vegas. And now I'm seeing this nigga picture on Las Vegas Weekly and performing tonight at Foundation Room and performing tonight at yada yada. Like, this nigga's moving.
Got to, man. It's mandatory.
So before we get into why we're here today, I got to get into the nitty gritty about how you became DJ Omeezy. Not just a dude with a turntable and a mic.
Right.
We're talking about this cat you've been opening up for cats.
Yeah.
I think one time you had like a whole week schedule to where it was like a birthday week, right?
Yeah.
You had a whole week schedule, bro. I wish I could do back to class 5 days a week, bro.
Absolutely, man. It's tiring though, man. It's overwhelming at times, but it could be the other way around. I couldn't have any of this stuff and not be here. So I can't complain, man. It's cool.
Word up. So tell me back to the time when you got bit by that DJ bug. What inspired you?
Oh man, I actually went to Houston and I got a chance to hear Biz Marquee DJ, and it was
shout out to Biz.
Yeah, and it was just a lot of African Americans having a good time, man. So just to see the music that he was able to play that we don't get out here in Vegas, I was inspired. Like, I'm about to go back to Vegas and I'm gonna do this if ain't nobody else gonna do it.
Right.
So. That's basically what inspired me to DJ, man. A trip to Houston, just to see some culture, something that we kind of like lack in Vegas. So I tried to bring it here,
So what do you think is the that missing link that Vegas we need? I feel like at this point now, we grew up out here, so I figure with where we are today, as far as what Over the Top got going on, and what Circle Up got going on, with you personally as a DJ have going on, I feel like the culture is now starting to come around to the city. However, it almost feels like we're still missing something, like a key something. When you say Las Vegas, you think of the Strip.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it's different things, man. When you break down culture in Las Vegas, for one, it's not a lot of us here in Vegas, so. For us to be competing against each other, we already it's a loss automatically,
right?
And
I said that on the last episode too.
Yeah, and like basically, man, it's the environment that we're in, man. Like Vegas is a city built on competition, not support. It's about it's a dog eat dog city,
Right.
So not only that, man, it's also a lot of people here who aren't from Vegas. So you're throwing all these people who have different ways of life in one pot, and you want it to work, and it's really difficult,
So taking it back to when you first got on the turntables and you really began to feel that. Well, the first thing first is how do you know the crowd is with you. I remember not so long ago you was definitely dropping a few mixtapes,
Right.
And I remember one in particular, which I thought you made for me personally.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause I think when it dropped, I was still in LA at the time.
Okay.
But I remember you dropped the Henny music.
Oh yeah,
And Henny cat like myself, you know, we're gonna open up that tape and judge it through and through.
Yeah.
Like, so if you know Henny,
off
top, you know some Henny. You know what I mean?
Man.
So I remember I popped it in, and it was the perfect day because I was literally on my way to a beach party, right? So I figured, all right, well, look, if Omeezy's gonna give me something called Henny music, let's see how this runs in the city. So I'm not bullshitting. I was driving. I was on the 405 going to the Venice Beach for the little beach party or whatever. It's almost like it's the soundtrack to the day.
Yeah, man.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, how do you know when the crowd is really rocking? You know what I mean? Like, 'cause obviously the next song is the most important thing.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's basically, I come in there and I try to please the women, dude. I feel like if the women are happy, the men have no choice but to be happy. You know,
if they're moving, everybody's
exactly.
moving.
Exactly. That's how I look at it. I try to make sure. And when I first started DJing, I didn't really know about like the science of DJing and formatting. And I used to just want to come in and play music that I liked, you know. But now it's to a point to where I come in and I play like fun music, and I play music that I know women are going to dance and they're going to want to sing with their friends, you know, to these songs. So I just find those few girls, man, that I see with the energy, and I just make sure that I can keep them dancing all night because they're kind of like the life of the party. They'll keep everybody following.
This is a movie show, but I gotta ask, you know, somebody else how they feel about the current state of hip hop.
Okay.
Right. Now, with the current state of hip hop, I'm talking about, you know, they hate when we use the term mumble rap. But let's just call it what it is.
Okay.
You don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you look at cats like a Lil Yachty or a Uzi or Kodak Black, all that shit. How do you feel about the current state of hip hop? And obviously, you know what, you know, you're gonna play what's popular. You're gonna play with what you know the crowd wants to hear, what you know the crowd's gonna want to rock to.
Right.
But as a personal fan of the music, where are you? Like, how do you truly feel about?
From my heart, I think music is it could be a lot better right now. I think one of the things that we struggle with in our generation is accepting change and knowing that change is definitely coming in music, man. It's really about the kids, man. So like that's what the kids like. They're the ones that still actually paying for the music, man. So more power to them, man. You know, I'm just starting to accept like this is what music is turning into. You know, like this is what the kids like. So the kids are the number one supporters in anything. They'll let you know if you got something good or not.
Word up.
You know, so it's really not much I can say, man. Like I don't prefer to listen to it on my spare time.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted you to say fuck them, but
so I gotta be politically correct.
I feel you.
So I really I listen to trap music, man. I listen to some mumble rap, like if it's like 21 Savage, because I like his production. I think his music is well put together.
Bitch.
I think Lil Uzi is good on features. I probably wouldn't listen to a Lil Uzi album, being honest. Kodak Black's first project, I think it was dope. I liked it. He just reminded me so much of like Lil Boosie, you know, like an old Lil Boosie. So all in all, man, this world is getting crazier, man, by the day. So I mean, it only makes sense, you know, like nobody,
at this point,
yeah. And then like on the other side of it, you have people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, you know. They're dope. Don't get me wrong, man. But like, music has turned into so much about the beat. Everybody don't want to just learn a lesson on every single song, man. So it's tough. It's really tough.
I kind of feel like that's almost like the, you know, pros and cons to where we are now, because you know how you mentioned, you know, the Kendricks and the Coles. You know, those are my guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like one song from Kodak,
right?
One song from maybe Uzi.
Yeah.
I do no Yachty.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't listen to Yachty.
I do no Yachty at all. But I definitely understand when you say that, you know, it's hip hop will always be a young man's game. However, you know, while you have those sets over there we still have the Kendricks, the Coles, if you want to put them in there, Drake, you know, Childish and all those cats. And so for me, I feel like that's when our age truly does begin to show because when it comes to, especially Kendrick, Kendrick is a dude who I can listen to and literally hear my life story when he's spinning back to me. You know what I'm saying? Never met him a day in my life. But, you know, coming up in L.A., he's from Compton. We can relate. I can't relate to shit Yachty got to say.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Like, nothing.
Absolutely, I agree.
But you know, I kind of feel like maybe I'm almost becoming the old dude. You know what I'm saying? I told the story a while back. I went to a party for New Year's of this year, New Year's this year. And I went to a party, and, you know, it was cool. Remember, like, back in the day when we was kicking it, you go to a party, and you were the young cat in the party, so all the attention was kind of on you as far as the women is concerned.
Yes,
then when the older cats walked in there, I was like, oh,
right.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
I have now become that older cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm like, damn, I'm kind of out my league. It's 9:30. Shit, I got to get home.
Man, that's how it is, man. Just, I don't know. I'm about to turn 30, man. I feel like I've reached like a midlife crisis at times, man, because I'm like, damn, I'm really about to be 30. Like,
and it's different. Like at 30, we know we got kids. I got a kid too, so it's like, you know, when you viewing life at 30. First of all, didn't think I'd get this far,
right?
And then you know, when you look at your youngins, like, damn, I'm really about to be 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to trade in the bike for the minivan. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But without a doubt, though, I feel like what we're doing, what you're doing, is definitely putting the mold on what Las Vegas is getting ready to become.
Oh yes,
you know, with the Raiders coming out here,
definitely.
And I'm pretty sure once the Raiders get popping, the NBA team will follow.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, so let me ask you this: so now that you are where you are, what's next for you? Like, where are you trying to go?
Oh man,
for you and for Circle Up.
Well, basically, Circle Up is still there, man. I feel like I was able to get further when I took so much energy out of the group and I put it into myself as the brand. So,
right.
And then like it was just really tough with Circle Up because everybody's doing their own thing. So I don't want to have everybody just pushing parties. You know, when I got basketball players in my crew, I got graphic designers in my crew. So, you know, everybody does what they do, you know, and we just support each other the best way that we could. I just had to start pushing myself a little more, you know. But as far as what's next for me, man, I'm just trying to diversify my following, man. That's like my biggest thing. Hip hop is cool, man. I love playing hip hop, but I love playing new hip hop. But at the same time, I like playing fun hip hop too. I like to play a lot of old classics, you know, that women can sing to, man. So I just try to diversify, whether it be old or young or black or white. I just like to play a lot of fun music, you know.
Okay. So what another mixtape, man? We're going to get Henny Music.
Oh, man, I was thinking about that
Volume
today.
10, what was going on?
So basically, man, so this is how the Henny Music mixtape started, man. This was when I was single, no kids. I would literally be drinking Hennessy while I'm making these mixtapes. And that's where I got my feeling from.
Is there a better inspiration?
Not at all. Not at all, man. It's no better feeling.
Oh, man.
But I used to just make these mixtapes really live, man. And like, if I mess up, I got to start all the way over. And these are like 45, 50-minute mixtapes, you know? So now I've kind of dabbled into producing a little bit. So I'm able to actually go in and cut and edit my mixtape. So I'm just able to just be a little smarter, you know, about it. So I can't just jump and just get a mixtape out in a day, man, like I used to. It takes me at least a week.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm about to actually get on a mixtape, man. It's been too long. I haven't dropped a mixtape in about maybe 4 or 5 months. So I'm gonna get to it, man. I've just been so busy, man. But that's no excuse.
That's
no
excuse,
man.
As long as you stay busy, man. That's just what it is. So I'm calling you. You know, I'm putting together my 30th birthday party as we speak.
Okay.
So you know, I'm calling you first.
Let's get to it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm putting your name on the flyer and all that shit.
Let's get to it.
I need that for credibility. You know what I mean? So
let's get to it.
Before we get into 2 minutes drill, go ahead and plug your stamp one time. Plug you. Let's talk about Omeezy. Plug you real quick.
Man, DJ Omeezy from Sin City, Las Vegas. Instagram at DJ Omeezy. Twitter at DJ _Omeezy. Facebook /DJ Omeezy. Or you can go to www.djomeezy.com.
Word. And you heard it here first. Omeezy is that man, okay? Don't play with him, all right? It's serious out here, okay? And I'm not saying this as like we're just talking. This is going back. Omeezy's that guy, okay?
Try, man. I tried.
I'm telling you, open up a Las Vegas Weekly somewhere and tell me you'll see that man's name somewhere in that motherfucker.
Man, that's a blessing, man. That's tough.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get into the 2-minute drill.
Okay.
All right, so you know how 2-minute drill works.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go back and forth and kick it off. Now, usually, whoever is sitting on the other side of me, whoever's on that mic, they try to knock me off my shit. Okay. I'm one of those quiz giving dudes where I go detailed. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And plus, with this particular movie, I figure, we should be good to go. All right, so let's kick it off. 2-minute drill with my guy.
Am I asking all the questions or are you asking?
We're going to go back and forth.
Okay.
We're going to go back and forth. So I kick up, first one to you.
Okay.
You get about 4 seconds to answer it. Okay. And then, of course, you get the earn. If you get it, it right, get the ding.
Okay.
All right. So let's kick it off. 2-minute drill. DJ Omeezy, starting now. According to Franklin, how many hoes did he have when he got arrested?
Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. I don't got it.
Well, that's 5, by the way.
Okay.
5 is fine as hoes.
Okay. What nightclub was stamped on his hand?
European nightclub. Red Camel?
Damn, Red Camel.
Hey,
that's good.
Hey, I do this, man. Where did Aaron shoot baby bruh? Location and location.
At MacArthur Park, and he got shot in the ass.
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
got shot in the ass.
All right.
All right. I feel like my questions are easy now. What channel did James work for?
Was it Channel 10?
No.
It wasn't Channel 10?
No.
Damn.
It's Channel 12 News.
Oh, see, all right, okay. So that's 2 for me and 1 for you. We got 50 seconds. Who plays Carmine?
Carmine. Oh man, I want to say it's the dude that pulled him at the car wash, but I don't think. Is that who it is?
That's who it is. Okay. Yeah.
I was trying to catch his name, man, but I couldn't catch the pronunciation of it.
3, 2, 1. Damian Chapa. That's his name.
Oh.
Blood in, blood out. One time.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got 25 seconds.
All right. This is so easy. What was the name of the special week at the news station?
The special week?
Yep.
Sweeps week?
Sweeps week.
Hey. All right, one more.
Okay.
How much are the diamonds worth?
$15 million.
Hey, we in there. We in there. 2-minute drill. Once again, I'm still the man. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. So, if you don't know what movie we're talking about today, we're taking it back to 1997. Damn, 1997.
Yeah, man.
Yours was 10?
90. I was 9.
Yeah, I was 9 turning 10 that year.
Lord.
So, we're taking it back to Money Talks. Damn, this is a good movie. Original release date, August 22nd, 1997. Shares opening weekend with Masterminds, G.I. Jane, Mimic, and Leave It to Beaver. That was a popping ass little movie weekend.
It's just crazy, man, to think that was 20 years ago, man.
And like those 4 plus Money Talks all in the same weekend.
Right, that's tough.
That's a cool little weekend,
Classics,
actually.
yeah, those classics.
Budget was $25 million. Box office total was $78.4 million. All right. Now, this is what I don't agree with. This movie has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Explain Rotten Tomatoes to me.
All right, so Rotten Tomatoes is a website where it's basically a collection of reviews, right? And it's basically what's the word I'm looking for? It's a database, if you will.
Okay.
Collection of reviews, and basically, and they'll take those reviews, good and bad, and they'll drop a score.
Okay.
So basically, with the good reviews and the bad reviews, obviously with this is more bad reviews than anything else. They drum up to 16%.
Okay.
So
what's the highest? Is it 100%?
100%. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Fresh.
Wow.
So 16%. So imagine you get like a 60% on your test.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that fair?
Not at all. But today, man, when I watched this movie, I was thinking like, damn, like what does the title really have to do with the movie? I felt like the title could have just been a little bit better because
What would you call it?
I don't know.
Diamonds?
I don't know.
Diamond
Because I
stalk?
feel like the diamonds only meant so much. They only meant something like at the end of the movie. You know, like they spent most of the movie trying to clear his name or hide him or whatnot. You know, so.
But this is back in the days when you get a movie and sometimes the title doesn't really match what the movie's about.
Right.
And it's like Players Club meant Players Club.
Yeah.
That made sense.
Right.
Just talk about mimic. What is a mimic? I know in the movies it's big alien looking shit, but what's a mimic?
Exactly.
I don't think they call him mimic the whole movie. So I definitely feel when you say that for sure.
Yeah.
When was the first time you seen this movie?
Oh man, I had to see it the year it came out. So 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
Yeah, I'll say 19 to be telling the truth for sure, but at least 19, 20 years ago. Probably.
Wow. Have you seen it like throughout life since then? Obviously, you have to.
Man, I see it at least once a year, at least once or twice a year.
But we're talking about the rise of Chris Tucker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I think this is '97, so we're talking. The first movie was House Party 3 as Johnny Booze, and then he got Dead Presidents. We're talking about he got Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Friday, obviously, as Smokey, and also Fifth Element.
Yeah.
So I think this is like the first movie he did where this is his movie. He headlined the movie.
Yeah.
So this is like the supercharged rise of Chris Tucker. You know what I'm saying? And so you look at Chris Tucker back then, fearless, said whatever the fuck came to his mind. And then you look at him now. I don't know if you saw the Netflix special that he put out not too long ago.
I did. I saw half of it. I watched some of it.
Yeah, I went to it. I went to the show in Long Beach, I want to say. And, Chris Tucker was on my list of comedians like I had to see before I died.
Right.
Chris Tucker, Martin, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? I had to see these cats, right? So when I saw Martin, he kept me up like, yeah. He's older now, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of his jokes aren't as dirty, but at the same time, it's like, all right, he keep me going.
Right.
Chris was begging for a joke to go over, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, begging for it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
You know what, man? But what I think it is about Chris Tucker, when I look back, I think that him having that sidekick is what compliments him. Like, he had Jackie Chan in Rush Hour, and then Charlie Sheen in his movie, Ice Cube in another movie. I just think, like, it's just that duo that he has. I think that's what makes him funny. So... But speaking of Rush Hour, and I'm not even, this your show, I know you're leading, but just going back to what you were saying about the rise of Chris Tucker, though, it's just really crazy, man, when you look at how much people's lives have changed. Like, look at Charlie Sheen, man. Like, crazy.
I was gonna make a joke about that, but I feel like that's not nothing to really joke about.
Right. But it's just mind blowing, man. And just see, like, in 20 years where you've gotten. Like,
we had this conversation the other day, me and Los, and we're talking about, damn, like how you say how the world is changing, right? So you look at cats like, I'm not gonna say Chris Tucker, but I'm gonna say Charlie Sheen for sure. Bill Cosby,
right?
You look at cats that you've seen throughout, your growing years,
legends
to you. You know what I'm saying? And I remember seeing Charlie Sheen in The Chase. I'm like, this movie's dope. You know what I'm saying? Or Hot Shots, or Casualties of War.
What was it? Wild Things? What was the movie? The baseball movie?
Major League. Yeah. So you look at those, like, man, like, Charlie had, he's had some hits. Then you fast forward to present day, Charlie burning. You know what I'm saying?
It's like his career means nothing now, man. Like, based off of these things that have happened, man, it's really unfortunate. It's sad.
We're literally watching like our legends, black, white, whatever.
Yeah.
We're watching their legacy get so tainted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with Bill Cosby, is like, you can win every single case you're on right now, bro, but don't forget, we still ain't forgot what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Usher need to come on out and say something about this thing.
He's coming to Vegas in a few weeks.
And for Heartbeat Weekend, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think people gonna come see if you out here burning.
It's just really unfortunate, man, for the older people because they don't have social media to defend themselves. So like, it's crazy how much social media rules the world, and whatever the social media tells you, that's what the world is going to believe, So it's like, Bill Cosby's 80 years old, dude. How can he defend himself,
He's not going to jump online and tweet to y'all about some shit, you know what I mean?
So it's like, I don't know, man. It sucks. It's unfortunate.
So, all right. So Chris Tucker plays Franklin Hatchet. And I love the way this movie opens, dog. Like, I remember, you saw it in theaters. The first time I seen it was the bootleg man in my neighborhood. It's on tape, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I remember the New Line Cinema logo was playing the Barry White joint, and I thought it was a bad audio or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you hear Chris Tucker also singing along.
That's classic.
So he's riding down the street in L.A. Singing Barry White, and that's the first thing about this movie that always like resonates with me because the way it starts is just him just going at it. You know what I'm saying? So when he gets to that car wash, and you kind of see how the operation that he's kind of running with that car wash, right? And then I never understood it until like maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago when I watched it again, teenager, early adult. And it was like Charlie Sheen's character is there to set him up. Yeah. Right? I never picked up on that until I saw the movie, right? Again, right? And before we even get to that, we find out that he has the issue with Carmine. He owes him, what, like 10 grand?
I think it was like 25.
25 grand, something like that? 25 grand, yeah. And we know...
Or no, wait, I think it was 10 grand, and then when he told his girlfriend told him over the phone that he said $25,000, and he was like, no, I don't owe him $25,000. So it's somewhere around there. But he owed him some money,
And then I thought it was cool because once we get done with that, James Russell, Charlie Sheen's character, walks up to Chris Tucker and he goes, Mom, we'll talk to you a little bit, a few minutes on the camera. Yeah. You know, you're trying to get him to dime himself out, basically. Right. And so when he says, what does he have him do? No, but he asks him a question and he starts cussing and all that type of shit. Right. And he goes, cut, you can't say fuck on television. Yeah. Like, fuck what? And I thought that part was so funny.
It was hella funny.
Because this movie's like an hour 37? Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. But it flows so goddamn fast. Yeah. So my favorite scene in this entire movie is, which may end up making my takeaways, but is the scene he's sitting in the jailhouse with Faison. Okay. Right? Okay. And of course he's telling this long list of bullshit lies. That's a white guy up in there. And I remember being young, watching that scene, never paying no attention to what Faison is doing in the corner. Yeah. Right? Okay. I'm just watching Chris Tucker just go, right? Next thing you know, he got a shirt off, pants unbuttoned, you know what I'm saying?
Hanging out.
Talk to me now.
He's having some fun.
And then the camera did it perfectly too, because when it zooms in on Franklin's face, and you kind of see out of his peripheral Faison's face, it looks at him and he's that big ass grin. Yeah. Yes. Love that shit.
Classic for sure. So my favorite part is the auction, man. I don't know why. I just like when they were going back and forth, and when the dude waggled his pinky at him. So then, James' father-in-law to be hopped in it and hit him. With
the old school
man.
I ain't did that in years, bro.
Man, that shit was just so funny to me. How he was just like with whatever came his way.
I had a question though. You ever find it weird that he got arrested for at the time was basically selling stolen goods or whatever, or ticket scalping or whatever. Right. Why is he on a prisoner transfer bus?
No clue. That was weird to me.
I never understood that part. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even process him. He still had his outfit on.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. The whole bus got their orange jumpsuits on except him. You know what I'm saying?
He went straight to prison. So I don't know. That was weird.
But also in that same scene, we meet the lead villain, Raymond Villard. I to this day, I do not know that dude's real name. But
I don't know if I got it or not.
Should we Google that? No, I may want to Google that. Let me Google that real quick. Raymond Villard. You know what? I guess he's not important enough to Google because they can't even pull it up. And it's bad when Google can't.
Well, you know what, man? They really didn't use his name that much in the movie. Like, they really used it, like, at the end.
I called him Frenchie. Yeah, he was Frenchie the whole movie to me.
So, I don't know. I got his first name, but I know that they really didn't start to say his name until the end when the bride was brushing her teeth, and they were saying the names on it. You know what? That's not the part. Because that's when they said James' name on the news. I don't know. I just know it's towards the end when they finally said his actual name.
Yeah, basically after the Coliseum issue. Yeah, basically. Yeah. All right, so he's on this bus with this dude, and the dude is being real, slick face Pink Panther villain, and in classic Chris Tucker, he's sitting on the bus and he's just going. Like, I'm pretty sure like Chris Tucker's actual script was probably about 4 pages long. The rest is all just do you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But let's talk about the actual escape. Okay. Right? And it's funny how this worked itself out because the escape and the killing of the cops falls on Franklin, which I never understood how. If he was, I know he wasn't part of the dead bodies that was found on the bus,
right?
But how was he immediately the suspect? Because he made it out.
I think so. I think because he wasn't accounted for, or maybe because they were chained together. I don't know. That's how I looked at it. Like he was the only one, and the other guy that weren't dead. So
they break him out, and this is like one of the most high budget prison bus break I've ever seen in my life. And
right.
I think they shot it somewhere downtown, actually, downtown LA. But they got the spikes on the floor, on the ground, and my man had the C4 bomb strapped to the bus. He's just gonna blow it at any time. And then of course they come in with the helicopter. Right. And this part's hilarious too because he's sitting on the helicopter with the two dudes. They're all hugging and he's trying to get like, hey, we made it, baby, we made it, baby.
Right. Yeah.
And we finally learn about the $15 million in diamonds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me, once he jumps out the copter, he lands on the river, and then he sees James Russell's picture on the back of the bus, right? What would you have done in that situation? Because technically, James is the reason he's in there right now.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? He's even in this situation. So what would you do in that situation?
Oh, man. I probably would have called him too, but I was just trying to figure out how the hell he got his number when he was able to get to the payphone, and he called him, and then he was on his way to push him in the water or whatnot. But I don't know, man. That would have been probably the same thing for me. Dude.
Yeah, that would have been an immediate problem.
Yeah, definitely.
That would have been an immediate problem because of your ass. I'm in this crazy shit.
Right.
So James does meet up with him at the same dock, pushes him in the water, and basically James would say during Sweep Week, right?
Sweep, yeah.
So the plan is to now keep him
till Monday.
Keep it till Monday.
Yes.
That way shit can blow over. Yada yada. And what sounded like a pretty legit plan, but you kind of forget, like, this is Franklin Hatchet.
Right.
Dude talks to get himself out of so much shit.
Right.
And so, I personally wanted to take him to my wedding rehearsal or rehearsal dinner, rather. But I think he played this shit so bomb because things like Victor Moan. I would not know who Victor Moan was.
Me neither.
Unless I've seen this movie.
Me neither.
I had to Google that shit. Is that a real person?
Right.
I had to Google that shit. And it's a real person, Victor Moan. And so he comes in with the idea of Victor Moan's black son.
From Diane Carroll.
Which makes sense.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
It makes sense. And so you get Grace, played by Heather Locklear in her better years. And then you get Grace's pops, played by Paul Sorvino. And he's into James, not really into James.
Right.
Of course, her mom just don't fuck with him
Not at all.
Not at all. So here comes this black dude calling himself Victor Moan Jr., and the pops is eating it up.
Oh, yeah. He found a friend.
Straight found a friend, you know what I'm saying? And, when you go back to, when the trailer had first dropped for this movie, one of the lines that stood out, it's probably kind of corny now when you think about it, but it was, he offers Franklin, how about a nice Dom Perignon 85?
Yeah, and it was some Coke.
It was Coke 45. Yeah. It's like, when you see that in the trailer, it's like, that's classic Chris Tucker shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's dope.
Yeah, so they go to they're at the dinner, and he's putting on the show. He gives this really cheesy toast, pretty much quoting Barry White's lyrics for the toast. And then they break out. Where they go after that? They go to the they drive over to
his
crib,
house. After he got off the phone with his girl,
and they seen the stakeout.
Yeah,
with there. We find out later that one of them's a dirty ass cop.
Yeah, yep.
But they pull over there and they go see his girl. Now Elise Neal plays Franklin's girl. I had this conversation earlier today with Skylar and Los.
Okay,
and we had this thing about Lark Voorhees, right? She, one of those beautiful, stunning women back in the day that looks monster-ish now. Yeah. So he was like, well, how do you know Elise Neal don't look like that no more? I Googled. Yeah. And we got the perfect picture of her in a bikini. And
She look good.
50 years old, bro.
Yeah.
50 years old.
I think
bro.
I saw that on social media.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago.
She looks fantastic. Goddamn delicious. So, yeah, don't always think that the beautifuls back in the day aren't so beautiful now,
man,
bro.
the 50-year-old queens is holding it down, man.
Holding
the ones that
down.
used to be fine.
But so she plays Franklin's girlfriend. She's a loyal girlfriend, I'd say.
Right.
She don't really leave him out to dry, if you will. But even she finds it weird that you're in this situation and you're relying on the weatherman from Channel 12 News to get you out of the situation, even though technically he got you in the situation.
Yeah.
but going past that, they do break over to that European nightclub you're talking about, right? Red Camel. There we go. And they couldn't get in, but another part I just think is just so fucking funny. He manages to Chris Tucker goes over to the phone booth and calls in a bomb threat for the nightclub, and then the club just fucking scatters, dude.
And the
like,
girl,
yeah. And then you see, damn that bitch fine.
Yeah,
and then
that's just funny.
And then you see Villar's main man coming out the club, right? And he's walking there, they're following him and shit, and he clearly knows he's being followed, right? By the time they bust that corner, they're sitting in the car, lights on, and then it's on from there. Now, I think this movie almost kind of sells itself short, right? Okay. Because it's a lot of action in this movie. Right. And they do showcase action in the trailers, whatever. But like you said, the name Money Talks, right? Doesn't quite suit the movie as far as what we're getting. Right. There's a lot of shit, a lot of shooting, a whole bunch of stuff going on. But the trailer doesn't necessarily present that, which is fine. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like back in '97, there wasn't a real worry for like spoilers. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have internet like that. So nowadays, you get a trailer like that, like damn, you just kind of just show me the whole damn movie. Right. Why should I go see it now? Exactly. But I remember watching it as a kid, and I'm like, wow, this is a pretty action heavy movie. For what I thought was a straight comedy. You know what I'm saying? Movie. But little did I know, a year later we get Rush Hour and on from there. But they go over to see another favorite part of mine. They go over to see Aaron. Okay. Played by Michael Wright. Nice like this. Yeah. I wish.
That's funny.
They play by Michael Wright, and then opening the door, you get the big black dude, and he goes, "I'm here to see Aaron." I'm Franklin here to see him. Yeah. He don't know no damn Franklin. Exactly. What? Tell me all day when he shot Baby Brown, I'm gonna call the pop. And so they get past that, and then you get Aaron, who is extremely paranoid, no matter who walks into his outfit. Right. So he sees Franklin walking with the white boy, and obviously guns are drawn pretty quickly. Right. But I've always wanted to have a friend like this. I don't have beef like that, but I figure if I were to get beef like that, I would love to have a friend like this. Exactly. He opens the door to this museum of heat. Yeah. Like if you have any kind of problem,
whatever you want,
come through this door, come get what you gotta, come get what you gotta get. Thought that part was great. That part was dope.
What do you think James' real motive was in the movie?
Well, I think overall James was trying to be the fucking weatherman.
Okay. So do you think, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do we know that he was the weatherman at all? Because his job at first, he was talking about bringing crooks down that are getting over on people on the streets.
Well, I think that was his expose tape. He was trying to get over to his boss because I think they, I want to say it was Elise Neal who actually mentioned that he is the weatherman. Oh, okay. Right? So I think he kept him for Sweets Week because he had a good story on his hands.
Okay,
right?
So that was his way of getting over,
trying to get over it, and become the anchor side of things. And he was doing a terrible fucking job at it. But I know the next morning they go over to see Grace's family, Grace's mom and dad, and we learn about the Auto Expo, right, and which you now know that the $15 million in diamonds is now hitting in the Jaguar at the Auto Expo. He convinces Grace's dad to go down there, but before he does, another classic part I've always wanted to try on somebody too. He takes him. Grace's dad takes Franklin into the room where he has James and Grace's wedding gifts, the watches, right? He goes, yo, that's cool. That's but I think I know what they want. They want a ride, a dope ass ride. So he convinces him to go, but before he does, he goes, won't let me keep them. I'll get back. But the Auto Expo scene is great because going back to what you were talking about when they're basically talking shit to each other via sign language. Yeah. And there were just the cars that they were throwing out.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Crazy.
my God. Oh, my God. The car that they were throwing out, but that Jaguar, that red Jag, was the one.
It was sweet.
For sure.
It was sweet.
But tell me about how you felt when you were watching Franklin and Grace's pops sitting across from Villard and this man. They're doing sign language to fuck you to each other.
Oh, man. To me, that's the funniest part of the movie, dude. Like I said, just to see that her dad got pulled into a crossfire that he knew nothing about, but he was already just with it.
He's down for
like
it,
that shit was just so funny to me, dude. Like that was classic. And I mean, and you got the lady on stage who's just taking all these gestures.
Like, okay, 35 you over there? Like, no, we ain't talking to you right now.
Exactly. That shit was funny. She was like, and 150,000 to the man welcoming in all competition. You know when he was doing with the middle fingers and that shit was funny, man. That was hella funny.
Earlier we saw James watch them take off Franklin and Grace's pops.
Okay,
and he meets them down there, and at this time now, Grace pretty much knows who Franklin is,
right?
Because the story popped up on the news,
right?
Well, also along with James' face as well. Mm-hmm. And when they shot down to the Auto Expo, James is down there, and then we get the little fight between Franklin and James, right? Which is a funny ass fight, because they're kind of like tussling, you know what I'm saying? But no matter how serious the situation could be, Chris Tucker's ready to throw a gem at you. You know what I'm saying? What?
Yeah,
that's it.
The sound effects.
Yes, like that is too funny. And of course, when James has Franklin against the staircase, throws a right hook, misses. That shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what I realized today, man, while watching that scene? The punches are really loud. Like if you go back and watch, I guess it's just all the old movies, but the punches are really like like shit.
That's how those old 90s movies used to be.
Yeah.
Like the gunshots and
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course the punches be
I was like shit. It just sounded like a Bruce Lee movie or something.
Yeah, like you might as well throw Bam and Pow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like wham.
The shit was funny, man. I was like, damn, is this how it really was in these movies?
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, audio wasn't the greatest, but we got some good shit out of it though for sure. Yeah. But so he buys the car. They buy the car. Mm-hmm. Franklin goes to get the car, and then as he's looking for it, Villard's man catches him in the garage.
Right.
Not a single fuck was given. He starts shooting up the whole garage. Right.
Yeah.
So then you get this car chase between Franklin and what's the man's name?
They never gave his name.
Was it? I think like Dubray or some shit.
I don't remember.
Something like that.
Somebody ain't been saying his name.
Just Villard's man.
Okay.
So as that's going on, we find out that Villard kidnaps James.
Right.
So now we get to the showdown at the Coliseum, which is probably, I know my favorite scene, but this showdown, like I think like maybe like the last 15, 20 minutes of the movie, is so fun. Yeah. Because you're really only rooting for Franklin.
It made it all make sense. It brought everybody together in one location.
Like
so
he called the cops. He called what's my man's name? Carmine and his folks up. Yeah. He met up with Aaron called him. Yeah, I love this scene because he literally called all his issues to one place and let y'all just kill each other.
Exactly.
And so that part was dope because the old dude that he talked to earlier, when he gave him the tickets, he goes, "What you got for me?" He goes, Dodger tickets, Lakers tickets, family opera tickets. It's money and culture.
Right.
That type of shit. Same dude looked out for him again. Yeah. And he's basically helping him out throughout the scene, putting Franklin on the Jumbotron so we can talk some shit and all that. And I feel like though this third act is probably a very strong third act, it just goes by so fast. Because once the cops catch up with him, one cop shoots the other cop, the trigger happy balls hard cop, he gets shot. We now know that that cop was dirty, right? Villar shows up in the helicopter with his soldiers, the whole fucking army of soldiers now, with James as a hostage. And then you get Carmine and the gangsters pull up.
Right.
It's going down. It's going down crazy.
It's crazy, man. How do you like? What if it was really things like that happening? Like when you got to do with a helicopter and you just got an army full of Suburbans,
and they're all after you.
Yeah, and they just ruining one building. Though, like that was the Coliseum that they were just in there
blowing shit up.
That would be crazy, man. Like in real life. You know what else was crazy to me? I guess it just kind of made me feel a little weird about things that are happening today.
Right.
When the cops saw Franklin, they went right to trying to shoot him. Yeah. Like they never tried to like apprehend him or nothing.
No,
they
tried to shoot him.
They were just trying to kill him like from the top.
Even in comedy, they shoot to kill.
Yeah, that was I don't know. That made me feel some kind of way.
Even
man.
in comedy, they shoot to kill.
That was crazy. But,
and and especially when the cops, when he's on the bleachers, and the one cop was like, "I'm going to shoot you." I'm like, "No, I called you. Why would you shoot me?"
Right, exactly.
But yeah, it's just it is crazy how even back in the day to present day, they're still shooting to kill.
Yeah,
I'm not asking you no questions. I'm shooting. But we get down to the actual. First of all, I thought it was dope because when Carmine tells his boy, as soon as we get them diamonds, we're gonna stick his ass, right?
Yeah.
They bust that corner. They meet up with Villar's army, and a shootout right there begins.
Right.
So like half his boys are gone now.
Exactly.
Right? So he takes off, and then we get to when does Aaron pop in?
Aaron pops in when I know it's when the army's like running across the bleachers, and he shoots a missile. Oh no, wait.
Or does
no? Actually, he pops in when the cop is about to shoot Franklin.
Right.
And then the lights fall down on the cop, and then the army soldiers start to run across the bleachers. That's when Aaron's man starts to shoot the gun.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big man.
So the first one was the cop.
Right. And then so also Villar's man makes his way to the Jumbotron room and shoots that whole thing up, trying to find who's helping Franklin.
Right.
And then he's already shot up to be damned as is. So when that big ass missile's coming from across the way,
oh man,
done,
right?
Donezo.
It was just crazy, man. Like I don't know. I guess that's just movies. You know how he got shot in the midsection like 3 times in the stomach.
Yeah, you can see the.
And he managed to just get up and
still shoot. Yeah,
start shooting down and shit.
Be destructive as possible.
Right, that shit was funny.
But with the Aaron thing was funny because Aaron has the lollipop.
Yeah,
and the blow pop, whatever. And he gives it to his man, and his man puts the pop in his mouth, which is like, what the fuck? And so he blows up. That's when he blows up the box office base.
Right.
So by the time we get to the point where these dudes are still shooting up shit, right? You finally get Franklin and James together, and just like, dude, like how the fuck do we get out of this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at this point, he comes up with this thing. Now, before I even get to this, because this is going to bother me, and it still actually bothers me to this day. So, James finds a way to get out of his cuffs, right? Mm-hmm. But he also discovers the box of bombs, the box of grenades, right? He himself says, detonation time 10 seconds, or was it 15, or some shit like that. So, he lays about, 4 or 5 of them? Yeah. Them motherfuckers don't go off for legit 10 minutes.
Right.
Maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Like up in the sky.
He's up in the sky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, is it me kind of overthinking it? Or when you put a grenade on something, if you put something in between the actual lever and the grenade itself, it holds it before detonated?
I didn't know that until
that's what I thought
movie.
It was.
Yeah.
So when the helicopter does go up and all them joints, all unlatched, that's when the 15
Well,
seconds
yeah, I mean that makes sense. I guess I've seen movies where they pop the grenade in and they hold it down with their thumb until
that's what I'm thinking.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. First I was like, I thought he said 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Those were some old ass grenades. Bro.
Right.
They're not working no more.
Right.
But he gets his plan to take the diamonds. This is Franklin. Take the diamonds and just throw it at them, knowing that instead of them shooting them, they're gonna go for those diamonds, right?
Yeah.
And then shit just goes on, shit goes crazy, and of course Villar runs to the copter to take off. His pilot's dead, so he doesn't care. Throws him out the chopper, gets in the chopper, and in about 5 seconds in the air, shit goes haywire. Right.
Right.
Now with all the damn explosions and gunshots and off the wall shit that's going down at the Coliseum. Where are the police at this point?
I think they were directly behind the helicopter though. Like I noticed that today. Like you could see the police helicopter. The police lights behind the helicopter as he was leaving out.
Right.
But I did think about that prior, and then I saw it like, okay.
It's like explosions and gunshots and the jumbotron, which is loud as is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like where the police at?
I think the way they did it, man, like they made the explosion. It just depended on the camera angle. In one camera angle, they made the explosion look really big, like it was just gonna blow up everywhere. And then on the second one, everything, all the debris that came down, it was just like a small section of the field where it came down. So
they figured we didn't care anymore.
Right.
He's dead.
Or who's gonna catch that?
Yeah, let's just move on. It's fine. He's dead. Let's move on. So the movie is beginning to wrap up. We get James pretty much banged up, bruised up, doing his report from the Coliseum, basically getting the report for Sweeps Week that he'd been trying to get.
Right.
And Franklin clears his name, and then we get to the wedding, in which case, which is funny because of course Franklin becomes his best man. Mm-hmm. Go figure.
Right.
And at the same time, when he goes, he gives James the ring, and the ring is not the original ring.
Right.
A big fat ass rocks on that joint now. Yeah. And he goes, how many did you keep? He goes, enough.
Right.
Get married, man.
Exactly.
And when you turn to the right, got that big ass joint. Like, oh yeah, that's a Chris Tucker shit.
Oh yeah. You know what, man? What it did it for me? Because like we said, how the movie really wasn't that long when you look back. I think if it would have just been one or two things, I think it should have been a little bit longer, and we could have saw like the afterlife of things. Like we don't know what happened with Aaron. You know, like we didn't see Aaron leave. Aaron was a cool guy.
Leave?
Yeah, did he make it out? I think that would have been cool. Or I think it would have been cool to have like Aaron at the wedding. I think that would have been pretty dope.
That would have been cool.
So,
him and Big Man would have been cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been funny. Like, oh shit, they at
it's
the
a
wedding.
pun.
Yeah,
It's a cool little pun.
So,
well, that's the movie though. I mean, the movie does go by relatively fast.
Yeah.
But 16%, I feel like.
What would you give it?
Right now? Oh damn. Right now, I'd say a legit 60.
That's 60.
Only because it's really Chris Tucker's movie. Mm-hmm. You depend on him for the laughs and a good story to go around him. Mm-hmm. And I feel like with this, we kind of got that.
Right.
With this being his first lead role, I think we got that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Because after this, we got Rush Hour 1 through 20.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into takeaways, man. All right, so Omeezy.
Okay.
Who's getting your That Guy award?
That's the one that I like.
Favorite character?
It's her pops, hands down, man.
Her pops?
Yeah, he's funny as
Grace's
shit.
pops?
Yeah, I rock with him. He's funny as shit. I just like how he's just like so nonchalant about shit, and he's just so rich. Like, fuck it. Like, let's go get a car. You want to go get a car?
Like even the part when like it's a small shit. Like when the maid walks up and he goes, make him a nice
yeah.
Thanks, ma.
Yeah,
like that's mom.
Like rich shit.
That's how rich stay rich. Keep it in the family.
Exactly. That was dope.
Who's getting your That Chick award?
Oh,
favorite female character.
Favorite female. It's not many females, so I'm gonna have to go with Franklin's wife or
Franklin's
his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with her because Grace was in, and then her mom was
not feeling
definitely
it.
No. So I saw them too. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give it to the lady at the auction. That was calling.
She going for the money.
Yeah, she was there for one thing. One thing
she
only.
Going for the money,
so
bro.
I'm going with her. I'm gonna go with her.
Your This Fool award. That's your least favorite character.
It's Grace's mom.
The moms?
Yeah, she was a hater. She was just a bitch for no reason, man. And like they never even like told you why. It's like that was just her. Like she was just really bitter and unhappy. In every scene though, like she wasn't happy at all. Like
aren't you rich?
Right. Like
be happy. You're rich.
I didn't get that. But
and you're white, so just be rich.
Exactly. Yeah, have fun.
Be happy. Cut that out. Your least favorite scene.
Man, that's a tough one, dude, because I think I like all of the scenes, honestly.
Yeah.
I think you know what, maybe the chase
between Franklin
and his boy and I think the chase was kind of long. It's either it was long or it was just really overwhelming. Like it was a lot of crazy shit happening in that chase. But I mean, if I had to say, I would say that.
And what about your iconic scene?
All right, so I'm gonna go away from the auction, but I would say when they went into that gun laboratory, man, and that was just like some real boss shit to me. Like, yeah, whatever you need. Am I answering that right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that shit was dope. And I think it's maybe it was because it was the role was played by who it was played by. I think that might have had something to do with it. Yeah, like I don't know. He just got that raspy voice, man. Like so that shit was just like
and everything he does. He went from the 5 Heartbeats to Aaron the Gun Runner. You know what I'm saying?
Just fitting. It's like his voice is just fitting for shit like that. So I'm gonna go with that role.
For me, I'm gonna say my That Guy award is gonna go to Franklin, and Franklin simply because when the shit's hitting the fan, he had to get himself out of the situation, and he managed to do so while making me laugh. So for that, gotta go to Franklin.
Okay.
That Chick award, I'm gonna split it. It'll be between Franklin's girl and the chick at the auction, only because the chick at the auction was all about the money. She don't give a fuck about none of the other shit. If you do something weird except for saying this, that's your bit right there. Cool. Let's keep on going. This Fool award, I was going to give it to James.
Okay.
But I'm going to give it to... Fuck it, I'm going to give it to James.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to James because I feel as if all to boost your employment,
right?
You know, from being the weatherman to the news anchor, you're going to get yourself into some shit,
and people die over that.
And people
shit.
died over that shit. So. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just, you know, whether you lucked up or not. I'm sure you got the job,
right?
But, you know, whether you lucked up or not, like your pettiness, you know, your selfishness, so to speak, made the situation happen.
James really didn't do anything good in the movie.
Nah.
Like he was just an asshole throughout the whole movie.
Just being mad and, you know what I'm saying, cussing them out and all that shit. So. I'm going to say my cut that out. I'll agree with you. I think if anything, I wouldn't cut it out, but I think the chase between Franklin and Villard's man should be at least cut short because that's a long chase. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch.
And my iconic scene, I don't want to take yours. I want to take yours, but I don't want to take yours.
But it's worth it, man.
But it's worth it, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going to relate to it. I'm going to say that my iconic scene is when Aaron and Big Man are showing up to help out Franklin because at the last minute they showed up and they came through. I didn't think Aaron would get that message because you see when he calls Aaron, all the big booty bras is around there. They smoking, they chilling. Like I don't think he's coming anytime soon. But he come through last minute. It's all good. So that's that. Let's get into quick hits. We can wrap this thing up.
Okay.
All right, so quick hits. Now, this is funny. I want to get your opinion on this. I don't really believe it, but quick hits. Chris Tucker wears a styrofoam hairpiece for the entirety of the movie.
These are facts.
Oh,
shit. Okay, that's crazy.
It looked like his hair.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that real.
Why would he have to wear that, though? Like that doesn't
because if you think about it, what movie does he do before this? He does... This is August at this time, so he did Fifth Element. He didn't need it for Fifth Element, obviously.
Where does Dead Presidents fall at?
Like 96. It makes you think though, because like if that's the case, then Steve Harvey's whole little run, that's for sure a styrofoam, whatever that is. For sure.
That's crazy.
Antoine Fisher, the subject of the movie by Denzel Washington, did a script doctoring work for this film.
That's interesting.
Very much so.
Yeah.
The film opens with Barry White's 1974 hit single, You're the First, the Last, My Everything. Throughout the film, Chris Tucker's character makes references to the song, including the scene where he proposes a toast and recites the lyrics.
Yeah. You think he got paid?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I was going to ask you that.
Barry for sure got paid, bro. Every time throughout the movie, he got paid. Believe that. When Franklin is in the jail cell, he shows his cellmate, played by Faizon Love, how the cops grabbed him in the same way as in Friday, also starring Chris Tucker and Faizon Love. What scene was this?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of Faizon Love. Oh, Big Worm.
Big Worm, yeah.
Okay. I never put that together, though.
The role of Aaron was originally meant for Clifton Powell. I'm glad he didn't get it because Clifton Powell, as a strong black actor he is, you do like 50 movies a year, bro. We don't need you in this one, bro. when I saw him in All Eyes on Me earlier this year, I'm like, you still working?
Right.
I mean, it's good that you are. Get
Right,
your check.
right.
But, nah.
Yeah, I think they picked the right person.
How'd you feel about All Eyes on Me?
I haven't even seen it yet, man.
Good
honestly.
job, bro.
You know what? I'm one of those type of people, man. I don't really watch anything until the hype dies.
Right.
Because I'm on social media a lot, so I'm seeing everybody's opinions on it. That's why I don't watch Power. I don't watch any. I wait until it goes off to watch it, you know. So,
right. Well, I can tell you, there's no hype with All Eyes on Me. It's trash.
Well, from what I got from somebody that I feel like they kind of think like me, I think what he was saying was, it's only so much that you can put in a movie, and you still got to make it a movie,
right?
You know, at the end of the day. So, but he also understood why people wouldn't like the movie. So,
I would classify it as a Lifetime movie with a bigger budget.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Dr. Dre movie on Lifetime?
Oh, the Michelin one?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that's what it sounds like to me.
When it comes to Lifetime nowadays, I don't really even go down that route. Because, you know, they did the Michael Jackson movie, and I was like, nah. A late movie, I was like, nah.
Right.
I was like, nah.
Right.
Not for me. But the issue with All Eyes on Me, I'm totally getting off subject now, but the issue with All Eyes on Me is the way that the movie is paced. Mm-hmm. It fades out and fades in a lot as if, like, once it fades out, there should be a commercial here.
Oh,
like,
shit.
That's how it kind of plays out. So you could just tell, like, this is like a Lifetime movie with a bigger budget. They got a theatrical release. So yeah, no, I'm just not saying.
They did a good job on the characters.
Oh yeah, the dude that plays Spock is dope.
I just think the resemblance. I think that's like as good as it's gonna get. Like, you know, a lot of people try to. A lot of people, Pac's son. Right? A lot of people try to put Tupac in movies, and they always get criticized for it. But
Anthony
I think
Mackie.
like, this was this was the one.
He was the one. I feel like he was a great Pac in a wrong movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say that. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
DJ Omeezy, it has been an absolute pleasure, bruh.
Sir.
Man, I'm so glad we can do this today. And we kept it on time.
This was fun.
Hell yeah. So go ahead and plug your joint one more time, and let them know when you come to Las Vegas, there's only one DJ you're looking for.
Yeah.
All right? And he's not just in one place. He's all over the place.
Yeah, I might be in your city.
He might be in your city. When you just in Texas like a couple weeks back? Or Houston?
Well, I went to San Antonio like a month ago, and then I had a foundation room in LA last Friday.
See?
Yeah, so.
See? Boise, Idaho, stand up. Omeezy's coming. Go ahead and plug you one more time, man.
Man, the Instagram at DJ Omeezy. Twitter at DJ _Omeezy. Facebook / DJ Omeezy. The website is www.djomeezy.com.
Word. Check that out one time. He's coming to your city, people. Or you come to this city, make sure you get them tickets early.
Yeah.
Because he's rocking the shit.
Yes, sir.
Stand up. I'm telling you,
yes,
Boise, I'm just joking when I say Boise, Idaho, but you never know.
I'll come to Boise.
He'll come to Boise. You know what I'm saying? Quahog. That's not even a real place.
Yeah,
but fuck it. Rhode Island. Let's do it.
Wherever it's at, I'm on my way.
You can find me on all the social media simply at I am Jay Alonzo. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. You talk to me and I'll talk back. The Back to the Classic Movie Talk group on Facebook is up and popping. We just put up another post today for the best Wayans Brothers movie. That's going to be the subject of our upcoming Listener Choice episode. And of course, the guys who voted for our best Wesley Snipes movie for our next Listener Choice episode, you guys have now voted for New Jack City. So what's going down? Listener Choice in about 2 weeks. We're going to cover that. Besides that, man, it's been fun.
Definitely.
Gotta have my man come back again.
Whenever, man. I like talking about movies, man.
Oh, bro.
Whenever.
Oh, bro. We gotta do something like left field, like Titanic. Something really just different.
You know what, man? It's crazy. I don't know if you ever heard of this movie. It's a chick flick. It's called P.S. I Love You.
Yes.
That movie is fucking dope. That movie is fucking. Whenever it's on TV, man, I watch it. I just love the storyline and how it wraps around, man. Like, this dude knew he was gonna die and just had all these different clues. You know, I thought that shit was really dope. But
that sounds better than my man was like, "Hey, when you gonna do Spice World?" I'm like, "You want to do Spice World?"
Yeah, I don't even know what Spice World is about. Honestly, I can't remember it.
I remember it. I just, I don't think I want to go down that route.
Spice Girls had a big ass run though. So.
Yeah, Spice World. Yeah, shit.
So.
Omeezy's been real, my man.
Yes, sir.
This is Back to the Classics. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.